Well, we have officially made it to Ronda, Spain. Yesterday we spent the day kind of walking around, getting into the town a little bit, and today we're really going to explore it. And we're going to show you exactly what you want to do. But today it's a beautiful, beautiful bright blue skies. It's a nice little 55 degrees. But first we're going to start off with some breakfast and some coffee to get our day started on a very, very good note.
Absolutely, and I gotta fix my shoe. The sole keeps pushing back. So this video is not gonna be a first impressions video because we just had a whole day of first impressions. One of the most beautiful towns in Spain that I've been to.
Absolutely magnificent. It's insane.
And we've come to the conclusion that we love Ronda. It is so beautiful, the nature and the views, and there's also a bunch of stores and restaurants, and you could just find it all in this one small town. We're just loving it here so far. Great birthday weekend for me. So comment below, happy birthday. We're getting a typical Spanish breakfast. We're gonna get 2 cafés con leches y 2 tostadas con tomate y jamón, y luego vamos a pedir churros con chocolate. So delicious. Very excited to start our day with a nice, well-rounded, carb-loaded breakfast.
Yeah, that's like the only thing we eat here is carbs. So, yeah, but to be fair, we walk around a lot. Like we walk, we do a lot of things, we're active, and then also a lot of coffee, which is also very normal.
Gracias. Nada. Love mornings.
Okay, so we got 2 tostadas, which are like the little sandwiches, and we got it with tomato paste, and they just call it tomate. It's like a tomato paste, and then also olive oil. So you mix together the olive oil and the tomato, and you kind of make your own little breakfast sandwich. And I'm excited because this is the first time I'll be having this since we've been here, and then we're probably gonna get another thing later that is very typical of Andalucia. So, and also this isn't like the lunch ham that you would get in the United States. It's an Iberico ham, so it's definitely not the same thing you would get in the US. It's a little bit more fancy. When you see those big pig legs dried and they're like hanging at the front of the shop, that's where they cut it from. I've been eating it a lot since I came here.
Gracias.
So there's a guy in there like making these fresh. Like he's got like an old school style, like I don't really know how to describe it. It's a churro making tool.
That's churro. All yours, buddy.
Oh, my stomach.
Sending you for a hot dog?
Yeah. Yeah, perfect way to start the day. Am I right?
So we're now standing on what might be the most famous thing about Ronda, the Puente Nuevo. Yesterday we walked around and we looked at it from all angles and we're on top of it. But now today we're gonna pay €2 or maybe $2.50 and we're gonna go down into the gorge. We're gonna do this somewhat early in the day, well, early for Spain, to try to beat the tourist crowds because it is a Saturday. So let's go see what it's like.
Number 6, you have to go down. Enjoy your time here.
Awesome. Okay, so currently we're going to be going into the bridge. So there is a part right below the main road that you can actually go inside. And from what we read online, and we'll confirm this when we go inside, this used to be used as like a torture chamber during the Spanish Civil War, and they would throw the people that they would torture off the side and into the gorge, which is absolutely terrifying. But yeah, we're just gonna go in right now. Okay, so that's not what we thought we were gonna be doing, actually. So that is the part where you just go into the middle of the bridge. It's like a tiny little museum, really nothing too crazy, but it is interesting and it's very spooky because of what I said earlier. But now we're actually gonna go into the gorge, which is completely free, by the way, so don't be tricked.
The lady that was so helpful told us to be careful, it's very dangerous. Which I'm imagining because you could fall off the edge of
a giant cliff.
Of a giant cliff, but other than that, I hope there's not any other obstacles we have to avoid.
Okay, well here we go. We're on our adventure.
It's nice and paved. We're not thinking it looks too dangerous, but we do think it looks steep. It may be slippery because it's paved. Someone might have fallen and just rolled their way to the gorge.
I don't know, it's just crazy to me. Like, this town was literally just built on the side of like a cliff, and like seeing this view from here and like just It kind of baffles me. This is probably one of the most picturesque towns we've been to in Spain. This is the most picturesque and beautiful. I really, really like it here though. But yeah, let's start our little journey. Church bells ringing. What time is it? 11 a.m. now?
Yep, let's make it up by
11 a.m. Let's do it. Good Lord, what a view.
This is so spectacular.
This is a crazy view. This is a crazy view. It's just, I can't imagine a bridge being sandwiched in between a gorge and having like, especially in like the early 1700s when this bridge wasn't built, having like two separate towns that you could just see from across the gorge. And then they finally connected the two. This is just crazy. I just genuinely, it's hard to put into words kind of like how crazy this is.
This view you cannot get from just the top.
No.
You have to walk down here. We couldn't see the waterfall at all from the top. So.
And it's not a far walk. Like, it took us maybe 2 minutes to get down here. So worth it. This is the most amazing part of this trip. We just droned. And it was crazy. Like the craziest footage I think we've ever gotten. And now we're gonna just go down here, explore the waterfall, maybe. I don't know how. I don't know if we can get down there, but
he's gonna jump in.
That's not gonna happen.
So this part could be dangerous. I see why the lady told us it's peligroso. My legs were shaking as we're walking. Now you can see this path perfectly. It's so narrow, either side.
All right, after that vertigo session, you got me really nervous. At first I didn't have any vertigo. I was like, this is cool. I'll just fall to the left. And then you were like, oh my God, this is a crazy drop. And I was like, oh my God, it is. Now we have the uphill hike back to the top. This is so cool. If you're physically able to do this, which it's not physically demanding, this is amazing. Freaking amazing.
Nerd.
Look at you. Hold on, give me the camera. If I'm a nerd, you're a double nerd. Look at that. Double knot. Yeah, what's that thing you need again? Food?
What was it again?
Food? Wow. So the Moors built this crazy wall all around the city, and there's still, oh my gosh, so many remnants of it. There was supposed to be a really big castle here. I don't know if it still stands, so. Okay. Come in here too. It's just so cool.
You're on the castle. A fun fact about Ronda is that just like Carmona, where we went last week, Ronda is also a pueblo blanco, meaning that the majority of the buildings are white. And this viewpoint is the perfect place to see that. Okay, ahora necesitamos una pausita y un café con leche. Hemos caminado mucho hoy. Look at these steps.
There's too many steps. We're in a mountainous town. Why are there steps?
So we were gonna go to a palace and some Arab baths, but both are closed for siesta right now. So we thought it would just be best to stop for a menú del día. So in the menú del día, we ordered every plate something that's special to Ronda, and here they're coming, I think.
So right now we're trying 4 different typical plates from Andalucia and Ronda, and we're starting with meatballs. We have a meat and tomato sauce. We have like a bread sausage mixture. I don't really know exactly what this is. Yeah, it's called migas rodeñas, which is like cooked Rondan bread. And then we just have cooked vegetables, but most of it is potatoes. So this is a lot of food now that I'm looking at it from here, but I'm so ready to dig in. And we got a little side of bread, so I'm ready to dig in. We sat down at 2 o'clock, around 2, ate a nice big meal.
Right here.
And it just opened. Those big old doors right there just opened. So we're about to go into this beautiful palace built in the 16th century. Crazy stuff. I love these like Moorish palaces. They're just so unique. Yeah, like screw the freaking Catholics that came in and took over. Like this is ridiculous. This architecture is insane. It's so beautiful. And the way that the windows and doors are shaped.
If you insult my great-great-great-great-grandmother like that again. Yeah, I could live here.
You have to turn this place into an Airbnb. So one unfortunate thing about coming to Ronda is that you do have to pay for a lot of things, especially if you want to go into certain places, just everywhere. Luckily we have a little ticket that can get us into certain places that we wanted to see.
Ronda's also home to the oldest bullfighting ring in all of Spain, and it's a very monumental piece of history here. It has a museum and you can enter, but for us to get in it would be an extra $16, so we haven't decided if we're gonna go to that yet.
But yeah, we don't have a lot of, I don't think we're gonna be able to get in because it's pretty expensive.
We've been spending quite a bit of euros here.
Yeah. It's a good thing we got that discounted ticket because it was just $4.50 to get into this place. So, but this is the Arab baths. So this is apparently a bathhouse from the 14th century. So this that we're in right now is apparently the original reception room. And they even have the original staircase and these original arches right here. Very cool. Looks like there's a little pond that would have been in the center right here. Sick. Apparently this not only was used for the locals, but also for visitors. If you came through the gates as a visitor, then you had to come into the bath to like cleanse yourself apparently.
So we just waited in there for, I don't know, 5-7 minutes to watch an informative video, and then when it stopped everybody was leaving, and then the screen said the next video will be in 5 minutes, and it was all gonna be in Spanish. Now the biggest challenge is getting up all the stairs that we just came down. So it is Sunday morning now, and we come to an end of our weekend trip to Ronda. We're now headed to the bus station to catch a bus back to Sevilla, and it should be a nice, easy 2-hour bumpy ride through a windy road.
Yeah, nice and mountainous.